Hello gorgeous chickpeas, welcome back to another video. I hope everyone's had a lovely time. I hope if you're a student you're not too stressed at the minute with exams. If you're not a student, I hope you're loving your exam-free life. Make the most of it. Enjoy your May while students can't. So today is going to be a quick video and it's going to be about the diet that I've just went on that is now finished. It's done. I'm finished it. Today is actually the 6th and it's a Monday. So I finished the diet on Saturday morning, but I didn't have time to film this. But I did film a physique update on Saturday morning, because the reason is that I didn't want to film it now is because on Saturday morning, obviously I finished and all that kind of stuff, but on Saturday and Sunday Jack was down here and we went for a lot of food. So I wanted to show you how I looked at the end instead of after a weekend of eating, and now I feel I'm a little bit bloated, so I didn't want to be showing you my bloatedness. I want to show you how I actually finished. Obviously I won't have put that much weight on over the weekend and we didn't go all out. I mean, we ate a lot of food, but it wasn't too bad. So yeah, that's why I filmed it then and not today. So I'll show you the quick physique update now, and then I'll talk a little bit about the diet and what I felt worked well and how I'm feeling at the minute. So yeah, check it out. That's how I'm looking at the minute. So obviously in terms of, I've mentioned it in the first one of this one that I like, of this weight loss phase video thing that I did, that I kind of started before Christmas with a coach, but I'm gonna like say that this weight loss phase started after Christmas, because all the results that I made before Christmas I undid at Christmas and I fucked it up and stuff. So I'm gonna say that it started when I filmed that video. So in terms of how much I lost in terms of like numbers, rather than just like looking at me, I started in January on 68.6 kilograms and I'm now on 61.2. So that's 7.4 kilos that I've lost, which is around 16 pounds. So that's like what, a stone and 2 pounds overall. And for my measurements, my waist was at 74, my glutes were at 99.5 and my thigh was at 60. And now my waist's at 67, my glutes are at 95 and my thighs at 54.5. So I've lost 7 centimeters off my waist, 4.5 off my glutes and 5.5 off my thigh. So I don't know, right, I'm quite happy with how much progress I've made, because this is the first time that I've ever actually like committed to a diet. Like I've never done it before where I've actually like went, right, this is what I'm doing. I've always had the thing in my mind where I'm like, oh yeah, I'd like to lose some weight, I'm gonna lose some weight, but it's never worked out. I've never been committed. I wasn't very good at it. So this is the first time that I've actually went, no, this is it, this is like, I'm gonna lose some weight. So you know what, like I'm really happy that I've made progress. Like that was all me, and no one can say that I haven't lost weight because there's numbers there to say that I've lost weight. Because I do that a lot in my head. Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, well, you're not really making progress. Like, I think if I just looked at myself in the mirror, I'd be like, yeah, but you haven't really made any progress. But there's numbers there like telling me that I actually have, which is quite exciting. So I'm quite happy with that. But I mean, overall, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not as lean as I wanted to be, but just in terms of time and stuff, I don't want to be on this cut any longer because I want to build some muscle now. Like, I feel tiny now that all of the fat's, not all of the fat's gone, I'm not that lean, but now a lot of the fat's gone, I can see that I don't have that much muscle, and it's kind of driving me a little bit insane. So I don't want to be on the cut any longer because I want to start put on muscle, and you can't put on muscle whilst you're in a calorie deficit. But overall, I'm happy, but I didn't get to where I really wanted to be. So there's probably going to be a cut later in the year again. The next phase, like I've said, is going to be a muscle gain phase. So the way I'm going to do this is that I'm going to go on maintenance calories. So for men to put on muscle, you kind of have to be in like a surplus. You have to be eating more calories than you're using. For women, we don't need that many more calories. We just need to kind of be in a maintenance, tiny little bit of surplus. And because I don't want to put the fat back on that I've just lost, because I don't want to get in that like state for me again. Like, that's my standards, that's how I want to look. So I'm gonna go on maintenance calories and try and maintain my weight whilst building some muscle. And that's fine for women, that's how it works. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm a bit scared, I'm not gonna lie. I find that like being on a calorie deficit, it's not easy because of energy and everything, but it's really easy to like track your progress. Like, you know that if you've lost weight, you're doing the right thing. Whereas being up for muscle gain, it's not as like trackable. You can't physically measure how much muscle you have one day and then how much muscle you have the next day, and it doesn't happen as quick as weight loss. It takes a lot of time. So I'm a bit scared that I'm going to lose motivation because I haven't got a way of tracking it, and I'm also worried that I'm going to put the weight back on in fat, not muscle. So I'm a bit scared, but I'm also like really excited. I mean, in terms of my training and how I'm going to do it, so for this weight loss phase, my calories were at like 1500 for training days, and then I tried not to go over 1400, aim for 1300 on rest days. I trained 4 to 5 times a week. Apart from when I was at home, I was training 3 to 4 times a week just because of how much I was getting in the gym, but I was doing 2 home workout days as well. So I want to say I averaged at like 4 sessions a week with weights. And then I also did half an hour of cardio a day of an incline walk, and I probably only didn't do the cardio like 1 to 2 days a week. And I also had a step goal of 12,000. So now I'm going to keep my calories the same. So I'm going to do 15,000 on training days. I'm going to do 14,000 on rest days. So they're up a little bit, but I'm actually going to hit those because at the end of the cut, because my body had kind of adapted and it didn't need as many calories as that it did, I wasn't eating 1500. Like, I was always coming under, and I felt fine. Like, I didn't feel hungry, I didn't feel anything like that. So now I'm on 15, I'm gonna set myself 1500, and I'm actually gonna eat 1500, or near enough. Today I think I'm coming in on like 1400, but I'm aiming for that. And I'm gonna keep my cardio in, but probably only 4 days a week instead of like 5 or 6. And I'm still going to hit my step goal every day because I just want to keep active. So I'm going to make really small changes so that, I don't know, just to keep myself sane, and so I don't feel like I'm going overboard. Because I think if I increase my calories, it would be too much. I'd need to keep doing my cardio all the time. And I don't feel like I need the calories. I don't feel like I need to have another meal in to keep myself full or anything like that. So that's kind of my plan. This could change, but this is what it is at the minute. I've worked out how much protein I need a day, and they're kind of the main things that I'm going to focus on for my tracking, hitting my protein and my calories every day. My carbs and fats, I'm going to eat what I want to eat and see where they come in, but I'm not cutting any of them out. So that's kind of it for tracking and how I'm going to train. Oh no, I haven't even talked about how I'm going to train. Training now, I'm going to do 5 days a week at least. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do 2 like lower days, 2 upper days, and 1 glutes and delts day. And I know that sounds kind of really random, but my glutes and my delts are kind of like the 2 muscle groups that I want to grow a lot. So I want to get some more volume in there. So those are, I'm just going to throw in another day of those. And obviously I want everywhere else to grow as well, so, but they're covered in the 2 days. So it's just, I'm going to put a lot of volume into my glutes and my delts because that's where I want to grow. So yeah, that's kind of it. This is a really quick video. I just wanted to update you where I am. I'm happy with how the diet went, but I think the biggest change for me was that I've changed like my mindset and how I look at things. And I didn't realize I wasn't fat. I'm not saying I was fat. I'm not saying I had a really high body fat percentage, but in my head I was like a lot leaner than I actually was, and I didn't realize the state that my body was in. Not saying state as in like a bad word, just as in like the form that my body was in. So now that I've done this, I kind of feel like I'm more aware of my body, and I'm more aware of what it enjoys and what it likes. And you know what's really interesting, now that I've lost weight, I actually know where body fat comes off my body first, because obviously you can't like spot reduce, so you can't like lose weight just off your stomach, you can't lose weight just off your arms, unfortunately. I know it sucks, but you can't do it. But it's really interesting now know where my body, like, it happens first. And it tends to be like, for me, it goes off my back first, and then I think it comes off kind of like here, because like I think my shoulder and my collarbone is where I've become like the leanest overall, and then I think it comes off my stomach and a little bit off my arms. I kind of want my arms, I wanted my arms to be a little bit leaner, but they're leaner than what they were. But it's just really interesting. I'm so kind of glad that I've done this, because I feel like I know my body more, and I'm so much more confident as well. I feel like I used to have the attitude of that I had a really good body when I didn't, and now I feel like I have the attitude of I have a good body, and I nearly do. Like I'm happy with how I'm looking. So I think the biggest transformation of the whole thing has been how I feel about my body and knowing I can lose weight, because I think I always thought that I just couldn't do it. But I know now that you just need to actually put the work in and decide that you're going to do it and say, right, this is it. This is when I'm going to lose weight. So if I've got like any tips off it, is if you're thinking about losing weight, don't just think of it in the back of your mind being like, yeah, right, I'm going to lose some weight, I'll make some changes. Say to yourself, no, from this date, I'm going to be losing weight and I'm going to get to this. Have a goal and get to that goal. Like, I didn't realise how big of a difference that would make to me, because at the beginning of the weight loss phase in January, I didn't have like a goal weight that I wanted to get to. I just wanted to lose weight, and that was fine. I was still losing weight. But then I think before I went home, I figured out a weight that I wanted to get to. I didn't get to that weight, but I wasn't that bothered about getting there. I just wanted to get as close as I could. But once I gave myself an end date and a goal, it was like a light switch turned on in me. Like, I'm like, right, that was it. So that's my top tip. If you're gonna do it, just fucking do it. Get it done. Don't procrastinate on it. Just like actually set yourself that goal and do it. Make a promise to yourself that you're gonna keep, that it's gonna happen for you, because I can't tell you how much better I feel after losing some weight. Not that you have to lose weight to feel good. It's just, for me, beforehand, I had this constant thing every time I saw my body was that, Sarah, you've been trying to lose weight for like 3 years and you've not done anything. So I feel like for me it's feeling successful rather than losing weight. So don't feel like you have to lose weight to feel happy. You do not. Just, it's about feeling comfortable in your body and getting to that point where you do feel confident and comfortable. And that for me was losing some weight, but it's all down to personal preference. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling on now because I feel like that's all this video has been. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said in the last one, I don't think I'm gonna do weekly videos until after the 30th of May, because that's my last exam, my birthday. Thank you, University of York. But I think I'm filming this like the day after my last video went live, but I'm filming it early so I can kind of get it edited and stuff. So I think this is going to have gone out after like 2 weeks from my last one, but the next one's probably going to be 2 weeks as well-ish. I'm not entirely sure, but I hope this helped you. If you've got any questions on my on how I lost the weight or how I'm going to go forward or anything like that, just let me know. Either comment below, or I've got a little link where you can leave anonymous questions, because I know some people don't like having like their name attached to a question, or you can contact me on any social media. I'll reply. I will answer any single question, or if I get quite a few questions, I'll do a Q&A video about it, or a video about it in more detail, that kind of thing. So yeah, I hope it helped. If you liked it, please give it a like or a thumbs up, whatever it is now, I can't remember. And if you're new, please subscribe, because I really enjoy this and I want to do more of it, and I want to know what you guys want to see as well, so comment and let me know. But that's it. If you are doing exams, best of luck. If not, best of luck with your life anyway, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go. See you later. Bye.